your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you here up in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Coming with a dank, scrolling that tank, rolling with the gang. You sit and I on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
Sick, bro. Fucking sick, bro.
Well,
sick to my fucking stomach, bro. What the fuck?
Oh no, really?
It's my quarterback.
Nah, I mean, I don't know. We gonna find out.
Eazy literally just got here, so we haven't had time to discuss it at all. We have a big show lined up for you guys, but Brad Holmes said, dropped a bomb on that bitch. $53 million average annual value. Jared Goff re-signs his extension, 4 years, $212 million, $170 million of it guaranteed. The richest contract in Detroit Lions history. Eazy, I need your initial reaction.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've had this conversation before, obviously. Like, this has been expected for not a year, but, since the middle of, last season, I'd say. Obviously, we know they backload these deals most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a window, where magic can happen because he is playing really well right now. I mean, we're gonna have to see, Spinny. We're gonna have to see. I mean, what can I say at this point? It's signed, sealed, and delivered.
Signed, sealed, delivered.
4-year
God's
extension.
yours. 4 years.
If I'm not mistaken, this is till 2028 with this one. We gonna see.
We gonna see.
I mean, that's where we're at right now.
There is one deciding factor on if this is a good contract or if this is a bad contract. And that one deciding factor is if the Detroit Lions win the Super Bowl.
Let's go.
If the Detroit Lions win the Super Bowl,
Amen.
This is the best contract in franchise history. If the Detroit Lions don't win the Super Bowl, this is a bad contract. That's all it boils down to. It's no more, let's see Goff's stats. I don't give a shit about Goff's stats on the year. I don't give a shit about anything else. If they win the Super Bowl, it's the best contract of all time. If they don't win the Super Bowl, it's a bad contract. That's flat out what it is. I'm excited because I said they're winning the Super Bowl this year. My expectations for them to win a Super Bowl this year, they got all the pieces in check. They're going to go out there. They're going to win a Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying. Like, these next 2 years, for damn sure, there is a window for something to happen. I mean, that's where I'm at. I've been very vocal about how I think he's routed in success. It's obviously a lot of the pieces around him. I'm not the only one saying those things. He's got those around him right now. He does. Penei Sewell locked in for a long time. Amon-Ra locked in for a long time. Those two pivotal pieces for him to do what he's got to do, and he's got those locked in alongside him. So I mean, we gonna see. That's where I'm at for now. I'm not happy. I'm not mad. I guess I'm nervous, anxious, but there's no reason to because I've always believed in these next 2 years. Nick, where you at?
I'm hyped, boys. I'm not going to lie. We're not letting him walk. We're not going into the year with uncertainty. This is big. He becomes the second highest average annual salary quarterback at $53 million per season, right behind Joe Burrow at 55. That's insane to say, but like you guys said, this is all about the Super Bowl. The window's open. Let's go get one because I'm fired up that we got him locked up, and we all believe in Brad Holmes here, and Brad made this decision to re-sign Goff. So we all got to back him.
And you better believe the next 3 contracts that are going to get signed are going to push Goff down on that average annual value list. Because like we said, still needing contracts that are probably going to get done this year are guys like Dak Prescott, Trevor Lawrence, Tua Tagovailoa. Those are deals that are going to push Goff's average annual value down. This is the market. This is the going rate. I know we had our dreams and our hopes that it would be under 50. It was not under 50. $53 million average annual value. Jared Goff. I know we had our differences, but you turned to me last year. I was on these. I was in these post-game shows in tears, shedding real tears because of what you brought our franchise. I said in these post-game shows, you are the best quarterback in Detroit Lions history. You won multiple playoff games. You won the NFC North. You did things that no other quarterback has done for the Detroit Lions. And now you got the richest deal in the history of the franchise. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to your family. Now let's go win a fucking Super Bowl. That's all that matters now. I don't care about how much you get paid. I don't care about how many touchdowns, how many interceptions you throw. Go win a fucking Super Bowl. That is the only thing that matters.
Amen. And if the jersey bet wasn't won with what's his name? Florida. What's his name? Terrell NFL.
Yeah.
He was the one talking about a hometown discount. $53 million.
Yeah.
AAV. Average annual value. Like you said, Smitty, let's go win the Super Bowl.
Straight cash, homie.
Chris?
I mean, the thing I'm looking at, and I feel like it would have been clarified by this point, is what is the terms and conditions of the 4th year? I didn't hear anything about an option or anything because we've always heard that was a sticking point, right? That Brad Holmes and company wanted 3 years and Goff and his team wanted more. So they ended up meeting in the middle at 4. But I'm wondering if that 4th year is fully guaranteed, what the type of stipulations are on that. Maybe that will come out shortly, but I feel like that would have been announced. But yeah, I'm with Spencer. He hit the nail on the head. Look, if you win a Super Bowl, this is a great contract. If you don't, then it's not. That's it. That's where we're at.
Winning games, baby. $53 million a year.
I thought I was the one that was smoking before the show.
Hey, bro, I'm just saying, it's crazy. It's crazy. Brad Holmes is wheeling and dealing, signing and shining. You know, shout out Walt Clyde Frazier, but this is an insane contract. This is, like I said, it's the richest contract in the history of the franchise. This is a guy who did things that the franchise couldn't see. A guy I personally hated on. I'll admit it. I hated on him. I didn't think he'd be able to do what he did last year. He went out there and did it, and he shut me up, and he got me on his side. And now everyone needs to be on his side because he is your quarterback for the next 4 years, and you're going to win a Super Bowl with Jared Goff as your quarterback.
You disgust me.
I mean, bro.
You disgust me.
Easy, how are you doing?
You just pandering to the crowd.
I said they were going to win a Super Bowl before. Him getting paid $53 million win a year is not going to change that. I still have the expectations that they're going to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, expectations that, yeah. You said, like, they're going to.
That's what expectations mean. I expect them to win the Super Bowl.
All right, let's go.
Easy, tell us how you really feel.
That's how I feel. Let's fucking go. How I feel does not matter. It does not change anything. It's locked in. They did it. $53 million a year, $170 million guaranteed. The guarantees, I don't know if they could be we don't know how that shakes out. I know Chris was asking about that, kind of waiting for that. Is it a guarantee every single year? Is it a guarantee the first 2 years? Like, I guess that's the kind of numbers I'm looking forward to be honest with you. I'm waiting for that kind of stuff to roll out. If it's broken down to every single year guaranteed, and how much is the back half of the guarantees? Because I would like to be, I guess I'd like to be able to pivot off of it if it does turn out, if Ben Johnson goes to get the head coaching job and things just aren't the same. I would like the flexibility. I really would. So, like, for me to truly, I guess, allow myself to wither, I'd have to see that. I'd have to see that guaranteed 4 years, locked in. He's the guy these next 4 years. Again, he is the guy for damn sure right now, and we are for damn sure on projection to compete for a Super Bowl. And that's obviously the expectations for everybody. Let's go do it. I mean, like I said, it don't matter. We're in the end game.
And you better believe one thing. They're all in at the trade deadline this year. So all the bitching and moaning and shit that we did at the trade deadline last year, you better believe they're going to go after some names at the trade deadline this year because this is their year. This is your window. Go all in. Get playmakers, get difference makers at the deadline to bring in here and to go win a Super Bowl. This is going to be the best season of Lions football ever, and I'm so excited for it.
I like that bar. I felt passion in that one. That one felt real. Best season of Lions football. Real. Let's go.
Let him cook.
I don't even care what the record is. It's going to be a ride. And again, we're going in with expectations. Last year's expectation was, for at least for me, I can only speak for myself personally, was for sure to win a damn playoff game. It's on wax. I had those things to say. I never said they couldn't do it, Jared Goff. That was always the belief. You'd be stupid to say you couldn't. This year, the expectation is a little bit higher, so it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. I really don't. I wish I brought. Oh no, we got those other headphones still. Did we ever fix the phone lines?
Yes, phone lines are good.
Okay.
Open them up. Let's ring, baby.
Let's get the headphones. Call in. Let's get your guys' reaction. Again, if you were on the side of caution, I'll say, as like a Spinny and myself were once upon a time. Again, there's still some caution to have. Like let's see what the back half of this thing looks like. Let's see how much of this is guaranteed within the first few years. Because that's what matters.
Games, baby. $53 million a year. Dude, I've been listening to that song all fucking day.
I don't even know what. I know the.
I was made for loving you, baby.
Oh.
You were made for loving me. Kiss. Great
That's a good
song.
one.
That's a banger. But yeah, we had a whole lot. Guess what? We don't have to talk about the fucking bullshit Pistons anymore because Brad Holmes gifted us a topic for the whole day.
Let's
You
go.
still probably have to talk about the Pistons.
Yeah, we
but-
definitely do. But fuck the Pistons. Jared Goff is now, what did you say, the second highest paid
Second highest per
average
year.
annual quarterback a year. It's
Jeez.
going to go down the list. But I'm just, the Lions are going to win a Super Bowl next year. That's crazy.
I hope you're right.
Sheila Ford Hamp's going to be kissing the Lombardi Trophy.
Lions fans.
And like I said, if you guys are just coming in now, if you're just tuning in, I don't care anymore about touchdowns, about interceptions. It's about winning the Super Bowl. There's one deciding factor on if this deal for Jared Goff is a good deal or a bad deal, and that is if you win the Super Bowl. If you win the Super Bowl, it is the best contract in franchise history. If you don't win a Super Bowl, it's a bad contract. Baseline.
Okay. Update. I got my wish. The new deal puts Jared Goff through 2027 with the option for 2028, meaning that last year, more likely not guaranteed, and probably a heavy
Team option or player option?
team option. Option for 2028. That probably means it's heavily backloaded. It's kind of what we were talking about, but we thought it would be a lesser annual value.
Yeah.
We were thinking 45 to 50. He went and touched 53. So really that 53 is like, that's what it averages out to. Again, that's AAV. But the numbers behind it, I guess we'll find out on Spot Track tomorrow or over the cap.
John Hughes says that's cap too, Spenny. It's the market. No, it's not cap. You signed him to be your franchise quarterback.
What?
You win the Super Bowl. It's the best contract of all time. If you don't, it's failure. It's flat out. Every year now. Like I said, I've been saying this for years. We're at the big boy table now. It's not, oh, cute playoff win, oh, cute division win. You are in the mode of winning Super Bowls. If you don't win a Super Bowl, the season was disappointing. That's the pond you're swimming in now. So you better get used to those expectations.
If you win the Super Bowl, none of the numbers matter at all.
Yes.
They really don't.
Like look at Patrick Mahomes last year. He had a bad year for his standards, but they won a Super Bowl, so nobody gives a fuck.
That's what comes when people want to throw the numbers. Look at the numbers. Like the numbers, that's not how this game works. That's why football is so goddamn entertaining. It's any given Sunday. Like truly, like anything can happen. The ball doesn't even bounce straight up. Like you don't know what's gonna happen in this game. Don't throw these stats and use that as your cover for argument. I mean, that's why we talked about the Green Bay guy we had on. Whatever stats he tried to use to shit on like the Detroit Lions, we obviously all know the Detroit Lions are still very fucking good.
Yep.
We obviously know David Montgomery's one of the, I guess, top 15, top 10 running backs in the game. Top 15, top 10 is kind of crazy. But we're going to talk about that today, too. But we'll get into it, man. We're at 5:14. We do got to hit a break. When we get back, I guess more discussions on Jared Goff's extension. Again,
Drop the number in the chat. We can have you guys call in, see the will of the people.
we get
But
some
first,
headphones.
let me tell you about Planet Fitness, because Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a full body workout in 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all this for just $10 a month, no commitment. No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by, more than 50 in Metro Detroit, and thousands more throughout the world. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Drive into summer and drive into savings during Feldman Chevrolet's biggest Memorial Day sale ever. We're stocked with new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs, all priced to move. Like this 2024 Silverado for only $217 a month, or this 2024 Equinox for as low as $199 a month. Find your freedom in a Feldman at the Memorial Day sale going on now at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Oh, shit.
Are you tired of the same old Detroit sports merch? Head on over to woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab today. Get yourself some brand new merch. They got hoodies, tees, hats, all guaranteed to turn heads.
Oh, it's McDavid, too?
So head on over to woodwardsports.com. Click the shop tab today and get yourself some brand new merch.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live, WorldSports.com. I'm Easy, joined by Spimo Rex, Young Chris, Nicholas Koloff. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. If we get some headphones in this beat, you guys call in, have whatever type of discussions you want. If you missed it, again, Jared Goff has signed a new extension. Extended him up to 2028, 4 years, $170 million guaranteed, yes. $212 million total if he finishes out those 4 years. That's through 2027, but there's a team option for 2028. Per source, it was initially reported, if I'm not mistaken, by Tom Pelissero of NFL Network, and we're here to react to it. And I'm glad that I got to see the initial tweet. I saw the option. He's getting spinny. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
All right. That's all I needed to actually kind of calm down in real time right now. I'm fine. We've had the discussion before. 2-year window for sure. Before those that cap starts to hit and eat away at what you got going on. We got it. Let's get it.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
It's what it is. Cut and dry now. You cannot dissent. There is no hating. There is no nothing. It is just about winning games, winning Super Bowls, and having success. That's all we care about. Jared Goff is the quarterback of the Detroit Lions going forward. Like I said, at the end of the year last year, he had me crying tears in this very studio after postseason games because I got to see something I'd never seen before in my life.
My butthole.
And that's the Detroit, Easy's butthole. And that is the Detroit Lions winning playoff games. And that is a big factor because of Jared Goff. So I remember Stick freaking out when I said he's the best quarterback in franchise history. And now he is paid like it. Like I said, the richest contract in the history of the Detroit Lions.
Well, it was going to be that regardless. He re-signed a quarterback contract in 2024. That's what that was going to be. But we actually got some headphones, you guys obviously can see if you're listening to us on YouTube. And we have some callers. Who we got first?
We got Dev the dog. Dev, you're live on air.
What up,
Yo,
Dev?
what up, fellas?
What up, man?
How you feeling, brother?
Up, oh, I'm fucking feeling like Spency right now. I look, as soon as I saw that shit pop up on my phone, I was like, I know Easy got a high cholesterol today. His heart beating about this shit. But nah, we gonna calm you down, Easy, because we gonna get you some money tomorrow. We gonna flip my car for you. I'm gonna get you some money, so you gonna have that Jared Goff money, a little of that Jared Goff money.
Let's go.
Nah, man. Overall, I'm excited as shit, man. Like Finney said, bro, I've been watching Lions since I could fucking remember, crawling at a point, and just to see that it's not even about Goff's bag. It's about the fact that the organization cares about the fucking players for the first time in so long. That was the number one thing we had against the Lions is that they didn't pay nobody. And they just broke all stereotypes and all traditions that we don't pay players. So not only just that paying Goff, it shows that we actually care about our players. Bro, it's up. We are in the same realm. I don't want to hear shit about the Packers. I don't want to hear shit about the Bears this year. I don't want to hear shit about anybody in the NFC North. It's all Lions all day, baby, and that's all I got to fucking say because that's a damn bar. And they not like us.
They not like us.
They not like us. Appreciate you, Dev. Great call. Appreciate you calling in, brother.
See you tomorrow, Dev.
And, yes.
Hey, the phone's starting to mess up.
Oh, damn.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you calling in. It's, he's right. It is new. I mean, I think the Lions paid players before, but they paid the wrong guys. And now they paid guys to come in here and do some things. They paid guys to come in here and change things. This regime is paying the guys that got them to where they are. The Penei Sewells, the Amon-Ra St. Browns, and now the Jared Goffs, all getting insanely huge contracts at the top of their respective positions. So, yeah, Jared Goff is here to stay. And the phones are open. I put the number in the chat. Chris didn't pin it.
I'll find it
because he's a bum. But no, I call in. Let's hear your thoughts on Jared Goff getting a 4-year, $212 million extension. Obviously, Devin was very excited. I think that is going to be the resounding tone from Lions fans.
He did it perfectly. Brad Holmes, that is. Like, he paid Jared Goff. And if you want to be honest about it, like, the value of just bringing Detroit that playoff win and the first time in 32 years, that is well worth $53 million and more. I would have given a lot up for that to happen, as disgusting as that sounds. But I would have. So those two playoff games, those two playoff wins, I should say, those are your first two guaranteed years. Year 3, year 4, you have to be determined. But we're locked in right now. I've never swayed away from that situation, being a winning situation in the first 2 years from it. Let's get it. He has every piece around him to get it done right now. Mm-hmm. He has got a phenomenal tackle that can play both sides of the line, and Penei Sewell. He's got a phenomenal playmaking wide receiver. And I say playmaking in terms of just sure-handed, yak king, because he does nasty things after he gets that football in his hands. Get you those extra yards. He's going to set the tone in the locker room, too, for what it takes to get paid like that, what it takes to be the yak king, what it takes to be an all-pro. And the same set for Penei Sewell. That's what this guy needs to succeed. He has it around him. On top of it, I mean, you already started talking crazy like a trade deadline. Maybe we had a little bit more, because that's what it takes to win a Super Bowl in this NFL. We've seen it work. At least get to there in terms like that. We saw the Eagles do it. We saw the Rams do it. You saw I'm sorry, not the Patriots, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers do it with Tom Brady. Stack up.
Yeah.
Stack up.
And Ken in the Woodward Sports chat saying, buy Aleem, buy Decker, buy Laporta, buy Branch. Jeez. Branch and Laporta's rookie contracts won't be up until Jared Goff's option year, which is the last year on this deal. And yeah, though Aleem McNeil, though, it is looking like this might be the writing on the wall. That's what happens. You're going to have some cap casualties when you re-sign people, and unless they can work around it and make magic, Aleem McNeil might be one of those.
How do you feel about that, Nick? That part of it, or do you even? I mean, it's kind of silly to think about that right now, I guess. I mean, there's locked in.
Yeah, it's future problems, but you're right on that. You're going to have to, when you draft so many good players, and like Brad has done, you are going to lose some. So hopefully with them leaving, we can get the comp picks, and Brad just keeps restacking with it. That's what we're going to have to do, is not miss on our first through third round picks, honestly. We're going to have to replace a lot of these guys if we're resetting the market basically at 3 positions. Like, that doesn't come cheap. And obviously it's not resetting at quarterback, but with Penei Sewell and St. Brown, it stacks up quick. So, I mean, that's one thing that comes with it. But let's be honest here, fellas. There's no way that they were going to let Jared Goff walk. He has the key to the city. He's the mayor of Detroit. Like, he brought what we thought nobody else could do to this city, completely captivated it. Everyone's singing Jared Goff chants at other games, at women's high school basketball games.
Well, I mean, what else?
It was absolutely insane. So, yeah, I mean, I'm happy for. I'm happy.
What are we talking about?
Shout out, Gun Guy. Take your pants off. No, I agree. I agree with you, Nick. We have any callers?
Yeah, we got 2. We're gonna go out to San Antonio, and we're going to Blake. Blake, you're live on air. How you feeling?
Blake in San Antonio with those big women down there eating churros. How you feeling, Blake?
There we go. What's good, y'all?
How you doing, brother?
Hey, man. Hey, I'm just saying, Jared Goff, pay the man that took us where places we have never been. Pay the man what he's worth. Pay him. He's worth it. And his contract's going to go down. More people are going to get paid higher than him. He's worth it, man. He's worth it. Give me a Super Bowl in 2 or 3 years, and I don't even care. I don't even care about anything.
That's where I'm at. Win the Super Bowl.
Facts.
Win the Super Bowl.
Winning is the cure-all. Blake, appreciate you calling in, brother.
Blake, the man.
And, that is going to be the sentiment for Lions fans going forward, is that it doesn't matter. Nothing else matters now except for winning the Super Bowl. That is the only thing that matters. It should be the only thing that matters for every team in the NFL. But back in the day, us saying it as Lions fans, this is our year, you sound delusional. No, this is our fucking year. This is our year. The Detroit Lions will be hoisting the Lombardi Trophy at the end of the year. Take it to the fucking bank. Jared Goff's gonna win a Super Bowl for the Detroit Lions.
Oh, hell yeah!
You can believe it. It's gonna happen. I didn't think I'd say those words 3-4 years ago. But now seeing what he did in the playoffs, seeing what this team accomplished in the playoffs, the way they play around him, the way they're all bought into him, they're going to win the fucking Super Bowl this year.
Who else we got, Nick?
We got Devin out in Las Vegas. Devin, you're live on the heavyweights.
Vegas. Shout out, Devin.
Heavyweight.
Let's go. What up, though?
Hey, originally from Mount Clemens, man. Just chilling out here in Vegas now. Fucking, let's go Jared Goff, though, man.
Hey, I grew up in Mount Clemens for a minute.
I'm stoked. I'm stoked from him, man. I mean, it's pretty incredible how, in my 28 years of life, how far the Lions have come. I think it's pretty dope. It's just bring that Super Bowl back home, baby. You know, like, that'd be amazing. Like, that would just crack all of my sports, like, camaraderies from the Pistons, you know, the Red Wings. I mean, it would top it all, you know. So let's go.
For sure. That's what it's all about. We appreciate you calling in, Devin. One from Las Vegas, one from San Antonio, man. Heavyweights around the country, baby.
Let's go. Actually, he's right. Heavyweights around the country. Shout out to my guy. I put his name in there. Julian from Pennsylvania.
Shout out Julian from Pennsylvania.
Ran into him at lunch with T-Foss.
Oh, yeah.
And he came up and said, what up, though?
Yeah, but it's Jared Goff. If you're living under a rock or if you're just joining the show, Jared Goff signed his extension 4 years, $212 million, 170 fully guaranteed. It is the richest contract in Detroit Lions history. He is your quarterback, and he's going to win a Super Bowl for the Detroit Lions this year.
Got anybody else, Nick?
Yeah, we went all over the West Coast. We're going to the city of Detroit with this one. What up, Chase? You're live on air.
What up, though, Chase?
How you feeling, Chase?
Oh, I can't hear him. Can you?
No.
Chase, you're live on air.
Maybe we lost him.
And Chase.
There he goes. Deal. I think it's awesome for. I'm stoked about the signing. I think it keeps our window open for a long time. I think Goff is a proven winner, not just here in Detroit over the last few years, but also while he was in LA. I thought when we traded Stafford for Goff and we got a couple first-round picks out of it, you know, after we moved up in the draft, I thought it was a very good move. I thought this team was heading in the right direction, and I'm just super stoked. I think Spencer said it right on the head. Jared Goff's going to win a championship for this team. He's going to bring a Super Bowl to Detroit. It's going to be fun to see Easy's face when he's wearing his Jordan Love jersey crying that the Packers are sitting in second place in the division for the next, you know, however many years. Jordan Love's going to be quarterback in Green Bay. But as long as we have Brad Holmes, we have Dan Campbell, and we have Jared Goff here, Detroit's going to be a problem for not just the NFC North, but the rest of the NFL.
Damn right. Damn right, Chase. Appreciate you calling in, brother. And that is one thing that we haven't mentioned is, yeah, like how Ken said, goodbye, Liam, goodbye, other these guys, all stuff like that.
Yeah.
You have a guy in Brad Holmes who is one of, if not the best in the league at drafting talent. So insulating a roster, refurbishing a roster with talent, he can do that through the draft. So you really don't got to worry about losing guys because he's been drafting all pros on a consistent basis.
That's what I was going to say, too. I mean, the Brad Holmes part of it. I mean, the things that you needed with Jared Goff, obviously you need him to be you need great pieces around him. And Brad Holmes has proven he's able to do that. He's capable of doing that. We do have to go to break here. We got more calls on the line. Call in. You guys want to talk your shit. Call in if you guys want to express your pain. Whatever it is you feel right now, I want to know how the city of Detroit feels about Jared Goff signing $212 million deal, $170 million guaranteed through 2027 with a 2028 option. But before then, Spinny, I got to tell him about Swiss. Actually, no, I don't.
Nope, Nick's got to
tell him about the morning show.
And if you want their response tomorrow morning, make sure you wake up with Woodward Sports. They have a new morning show with Kool-Aid, Flannel Sam, Broder, JB, and KG every morning as they cover all the Detroit sports. Sports talk, banter, and live fan interaction, all on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
What's up, everybody? Neil Rule, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, home of the Planet Fitness Studios. Let me tell you a little personal story about myself with Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness helped me change my life, and it can do the same for you. The best gym in the gym game. The clean facilities, tons of cardio equipment, tons of weights as well. And look, through all the price increases, inflation, all that, hasn't happened at Planet Fitness. Still $1 down, $10 per month, $24.99 a month for the Black Card as well. It's Planet Fitness, everybody, where your fitness is essential.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit feldmanauto.com to find the location nearest you. And catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live, WoodSports.com. I'm Easy, joined by Smo Rax, Young Chris, Nicholas Koloff.
Let's go.
Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. We're reacting to Jared Goff signing the 4-year, $212 million, $170 million guaranteed extension with the Detroit Lions. Option in that final year, 2028. The richest contract in Detroit Lions history. He's here. He's here for the Super Bowl window.
Mm-hmm.
He will be manning the ship more than likely the entire way through.
Definitely more than likely. It is his team now. He is, they had the test drive for a couple years with him. They liked what they saw, and they bought the car. They made the purchase. And now Jared Goff is that franchise quarterback for the Detroit Lions. And I said it earlier, I'm going to say it every time. There's one deciding factor on if this contract is a success or not, and that is if you win the Super Bowl. If you win the Super Bowl, this is the greatest contract in franchise history. If you don't win the Super Bowl, the contract is a failure. Flat out. Flat out. Because that's where we're at right now as the Lions in the pantheon of football. The Detroit Lions are Super Bowl contenders. They should be thinking Super Bowl, expecting Super Bowl, demanding Super Bowl, and everything else is a failure.
Nick, who we got?
Without further ado, we're going to try this back. We got Gun Guy. Gun Guy, you're live on air.
Gun Guy, take your pants off, baby.
Take your pants off. Hey, man, signing Jared Goff is probably one of the best things the Lions have done in a long time besides, St. Brown. And, I'm happy for it.
Yeah.
I'm stoked for him, dude.
Speaking, he's calling the greatest
another thing
in
about
Detroit Lions history. I think that might be Brad Holmes. Brad Holmes might be the greatest contract.
I want to address that crazy Packer fan you guys had on there. I don't know if it was Thursday or Friday last week. But now every time I picture a Packers fan, I picture that guy. That guy lost his mind.
Yeah, you were saying
we had to rely on 2 rookie corners to start. I don't think we'll rely on rookie corners. We got the guy from Tampa Bay and
Amik.
He said they were going to get injured in like the first week or something. That guy's lost his mind.
No, the stuff you were saying about David Montgomery was absolutely outlandish. That was the craziest part to me. That was like, especially like I guess I wish I would have thought in the moment to ask him, what does he think of A.J. Dillon? Because he must think of him as absolute fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Because that's what I imagine is just a guy, isn't it?
It was good to finally talk to you guys. Take your pants off. I'll be talking to you again sometime.
Take your pants off. Appreciate you, Gun Guy. Shout out. Gun Guy, legend in the chat. But yeah, it's again, if you're just joining us, if you're new, if you don't have Twitter or you haven't heard, Jared Goff signs his 4-year extension, $212 million, $170 million, fully guaranteed to make him the second richest quarterback per average annual value in the NFL. Awesome stuff. Lions got it done. Super Bowl window is next year.
My phone is absolutely just blowing up.
Everybody's texting you?
I had to put that on Do Not Disturb. Let's do it. Let's win. I guess, that's really all I have to say. I'm not going to sit here and say negative things. I'm not going to sit here and bitch. I'm not going to sit here and complain. Like, we've won games with them. We got 1 game away from the Super Bowl with them. We added more additions that I know that I believe in, at least, when it comes to like completing this defense, or at least just making this defense better. We've done that. We've gave it depth. We've acquired Carlton Davis, a guy who's literally gone out there and won a Super Bowl beforehand too. Let's get it. Let's complete the process, and I won't have shit to say. I truly won't have shit to say. If he wins the Super Bowl, that's all I want out of this. That's why I speak on this team. That's how I project this team to be when I say these things. I want to win a Super Bowl. This is my favorite team in all of sports. My favorite team my entire life. My selfish self passed that disgusting habit on to my son now, too, where he's a Detroit Lions fan. Just get us a Super Bowl. Let him enjoy that. Let me enjoy that. Let my uncle enjoy that. Let my grandma enjoy that. Let our families enjoy that. Please.
Yeah.
Please. We got a super chat from Dante 151 to just realize that the Packers have to give Jordan Love a contract extension that is higher than Goff's contract. So good luck with that mess, Green Bay. Says Dante 151. That is true. Very similar situation like us, so they got a lot of rookie contracts.
They got a lot of rookie contracts. They can definitely afford that. But yeah, Jordan Love's going to get a contract. Dak Prescott still needs a contract. Tua Tagovailoa needs a contract. Trevor Lawrence needs a contract. It's all these guys are going to get paid more than Jared Goff, so that average annual value is going to tick down. And once it's all said and done, once all these guys get re-upped, it's going to be in the same area that it was, where it's 8 to 10, 8 to 13, that range we talked about.
I'm looking at the Chiefs cap space. Just off the top of my head, I'm trying to think of teams that have a lot of high-valued guys on their cap. Chiefs is the first one to come to mind. So I'm looking them up because obviously they got Patrick Mahomes. You got Chris Jones. You got Travis Kelce. I'm just trying to piece how many guys they're paying fat deals to. I was going to say something a lot less sus. We have Mahomes. Actually, Joe Thuney's got a fat deal too. He's $26 million this year. Jawan Taylor has a fat deal this year too. Kelce, Justin Reed. Wow. He's got 14 too. Looks like a lot of their guys are backloaded as well. Chris Jones included.
Yeah, and Chris, we haven't gotten your thoughts on the Jared Goff contract. How are you feeling about it?
I mean, again, that third year, or that fourth year, sorry, being optional is big to me. That was the thing I pointed out the very first segment of the show. I think that there's not much more to say. I mean, this is a commitment, and the Lions are going to ride and die off this. This is going to determine the Lions' next 3 to 4 seasons. It's as simple as that. There's not really too much to dive into. I think he earned this contract. I think this contract is market value. But ultimately, I don't care about market value. I don't care about fair. I want a Lions Super Bowl. And if this is going to get us it, then it's worth it. If not, then it's a bad contract.
Mm-hmm.
That's just simply how I'm looking at it. But do I believe that Jared Goff can win a Super Bowl in this situation with that money on this team? I absolutely do. I didn't think that 2 years ago. I do now. I believe that this is a championship roster, top to bottom, including the quarterback.
And again, just going back to teams that are currently paying multiple guys big deals, it really just depends on how everything's structured. I mean, I just pulled up the Eagles, like I think Ed was mentioning in the Woodward Sports chat. I just got done with the Chiefs before then. Everything's just kind of structured and situated differently. And as long as they're able to do that, if Mike Disner helped, I guess, pocket that money to where you can still add on to what we're trying to do right now and complete the process, then I'm cool with it. Because I'm looking at Jalen Hurts, who signed his big deal just last year. His cap number for this year is only $13 million.
Mm-hmm.
I think JG is still going to be somewhere like 22 because I think he was locked in this year regardless, unless they move some of that into that guaranteed money, then do it across the table for those back years.
That's what I saw Joey 2 times. OG, shout out Joey 2 times in the chat saying that Eric Schlitt projects Jared Goff's cap hit going down, and that would make sense, with the signing. Remember when Stafford signed that fucking insane contract with the Rams? The first year, his cap hit was like $2 million because he got like a $50 million signing bonus. And like Sheila's got the cheddar to do that. She's got the bread to give him a fat signing bonus so that that contract, that salary cap hit isn't as disgusting as we have to worry about. But Nick, you got something to say? We got a phone call?
Yeah, I was signing caller.
Who do we got?
We got Nova G from Alabama. Nova, you're live.
Nova G from Alabama. Nova, how are you feeling?
What's good, y'all? I'm feeling good, man. It's breaking up a little bit, so I'm going to say my words and try not to take up too much time. Alabama native, Alabama grew up, Michigan native, went to the University of West Point. So what the Germans know about that triple option?
Hell yeah. Let the Germans know about that triple option.
But they know about that triple option. They don't know nothing about that. Man, I've been on the shows all of today, and I see a lot of similarities between the way that Stick talks about J-Mo, Eazy talks about Goff, and Neil talks about Michigan. It's like they don't want them to do well, but if they do well, they give them their props kind of in a, call it a backhanded way. It's a backhanded compliment, you know? Like, I watch you guys' live streams. I commented a couple of times, like, Sam is not mad when J-Mo does well, but he's not happy. And that's the issue. I feel that's same way with you too, Eazy. I don't want to attack, but I feel like you're not mad when Jared Goff does well because your team's the Lions, but you ain't happy.
No, I am happy. What do you mean? This is my favorite team. You know, I just got this. This is my favorite team of all sports. I mean, I cried after they win a playoff game. 2 days.
So did I. Yeah.
2 days, multiple tears. Like I am happy. I didn't see him as a guy revered in the light of a guy impacting your cap space the way this contract will if they live it out through like the final years. Now, looking at the deal, like reading it again, the last year's an option. I mean, that third year there's probably a lot riding on that, and it's a flexible contract. They're able to if it's not shaken within the first 2 years and Hooker looks like something crazy, they can make that choice. It's very similar to what Geno Smith and Daniel Jones did. It's just at a higher value because he made it to the NFC Conference Championship game.
And I was right there with you too, Eazy. I didn't think they would go above the $50 million limit. I really did not think they'd go over that. However, I think that what they gave him contract-wise was what he already gave us. Like, he gave us 2 playoff wins. Like, he's getting paid for what he did, not for what he's about to do. Like, if he wins a Super Bowl for us, we pay him and just let him retire and eat off of Michigan land for life, you know? Like, he's getting paid for what he already did, which is what no other quarterback has done.
It's facts. No, we appreciate you. Thank you for your service,
guys.
by the way.
I love y'all,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Go West Point, go Army.
Go West Point, go Lions.
Serving,
appreciate you. Appreciate your service. It's awesome. Ask the Germans about the fucking triple option. Next time you try to talk about Army football, motherfuckers, Flannel, Gentry, KG, Lindsey. Ask the Germans about the triple option. Ask the Japanese about the triple option.
Okay, relax.
We gave the Japanese a pretty hard double option back in the day, I'll tell you that. Well, we do got to go to break.
I got to do the one to be happy after that.
Tell us about
what is wrong with you? Hey, Swiss Insurance Guy is the best in the business. Make sure you contact my guy, Mark, directly. That's Mark at SwissINS.com. Get locked in. Make sure rates are climbing up. Make sure the deductible's not climbing up. Contact Mark. That's Mark at SwissINS.com. Send my manifesto in Chris's words.
That's it.
That's it.
Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Ham for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Dispo Dispensary is where it's at, guys. Make sure you go to your local cannabis plug for a reason. With over 6 locations across the great state, you find one in your backyard. Visit disposhops.com to find the one closest to you. The best deals, the best bud tenders, and the best and largest variety of name brand products is disposhops.com, your local cannabis plug.
Golf was paid for winning games, baby. $53 million a year. What up, though, everybody? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Smash that like button. We have a ton of, Pistons and Red Wings and Tigers topics. Torkelson hit a home run, but we don't give a fuck because Jared Goff just got paid the richest contract in Lions history. 4 years, $212 million, $170 million fully guaranteed. Your quarterback got his bag now to go with your first team All-Pro receiver and your first team All-Pro tackle. The trio got paid.
Amen.
I was going to say, I can see it in your eyes. You said, amen. And like I said, every time I've said this contract, every time I've said, my Jared Goff switched me from a hater to a fan based on what he did last year. You guys saw me. I know all of you were in here for the post-game shows. I was in tears because of that man. I was saying he's the best quarterback in franchise history. Now he is the richest quarterback in franchise history. And this contract, say what you want about his play. I don't give a shit about yards. I don't give a shit about completion percentage, QBR, touchdowns, interceptions. I care about winning the fucking Super Bowl. So if you win the Super Bowl, it is a fantastic contract. If you lose or you don't win the Super Bowl, it's not a good contract. Flat out. Bottom line, line in the sand. That's all that matters anymore, people. These playoff wins, these cute stories, these 30-year droughts, none of that matters anymore. Super Bowl is the only thing that matters. Winning the Super Bowl is the only thing that matters for the Detroit Lions. And they're going to do it next year.
And with that being said, keep that same energy. Keep that, and you're my boy, but you included, right? They fall short of that Super Bowl.
It's a failure.
Keep that same energy.
Yes.
No more dick hugging. No more dick riding. If they fall short of it, hold the people accountable.
Yes.
Be real about it. Take the step back and see what's different about this team that's winning and your team that's not. If it doesn't happen, keep that energy. That's all I'm asking for. What up, Nick?
We got two callers. Was just signaling.
Caller number one. Behind door number one.
Behind door number one
is Chris, a.k.a. Big Boy from Illinois. You're live.
Big boy. Chris, how you feeling, brother?
What's good, y'all?
What up, Chris?
Hey, it's just Brad Holmes cooking one more time, really. I think, Brad Holmes, they put out these big numbers on these contracts, but when you dive into the contract, you see real quick it's going to be a team-friendly deal. I think what they're going to do is they're going to pay that first-year signing bonus, probably $42.5 million, and then he's going to get $42.5 a year the next 3 years. And then that puts you at that 170 guaranteed. They're basically giving them a raise, I think, for this year. And so that team option is going to be that final year for $43 million and 28, I think. And so I think this is going to be a lot better team-friendly deal than we think. I think on the surface that number is really big, but once you get into it, just like the St. Brown contract, you see it's not that bad as far as the hit is going to be. And so I think it's just another Holmes masterclass. I think they're basically giving them a raise for this year. It'll probably be all signing bonus. I think when it shakes down, it's going to be right there with Mahomes, who's at about 43.6. And so you got to remember, he's under contract this year. So if they just give him a $12.5 million raise on that contract, it's not going to be as big of a hit as it sounds like it's going to be. You watch, it's going to be right near Mahomes at 43.6, and it's going to be a lot more team-friendly than it sounds like when you hear that $210 million number.
I would agree with that.
Phenomenal point, Chris.
Chris, appreciate you calling in. Shout out to you, brother. And he makes a very, very good point that this isn't the same old Lions. This isn't your whore grandmother's Lions anymore. This is the brand new Lions. And they spend money too. The old Lions spend money, but they spent stupid money. These Lions, they spend smart money, and they spend it on the right guys. They spend it on their guys. So instead of going out and signing Trey Flowers to come in here and change your defense and bogging him down with all this money, you sign guys you drafted, you cultivated to good contracts that don't nip you in the ass.
Well,
and I would 100% assume, obviously we don't know, we're going to have to see all the details first, but I got to feel like what he said is correct. They're going to front load that fucking signing bonus for Jared Goff, and you're going to see a very, very friendly salary cap number for the years on this contract.
I agree. That's a phenomenal point by Chris. That's kind of what I was trying to get to a little bit earlier, but honestly, I think Chris articulated better than myself. This is a team-friendly deal. With that option, it makes things a lot more flexible for the Detroit Lions, and that's where I wanted to be comfortable-wise. The money, AAV, it may total that $53 million, but as Chris said, this first year, fat-load it.
Mm-hmm.
Do it all. And then the next 2 years, make it more reasonable. Find out what you need to tweak. Find out what you need to add. It's more than just like adding the pieces the pieces you drafted, the pieces you acquired. No, it's also just structuring those deals within ways you continue to add more if you need to. and continue to sign the guys that keep doing well. It's structured the same way. As I just said, we pulled up the Eagles, who seemingly just never run out of money. But you look at these deals, AAV, I mean, certain years, not AAV, but like Jalen Hurts, for instance, another $50 million contract, AAV. Mm-hmm. However, this year, what did I say, $14 million on the cap? Like, as long as you're structuring them in a way like that, then you're good.
Yeah, cap doesn't, or I mean, AAV doesn't matter. The guaranteed, the only number that actually matters is that cap hit.
Yes.
Is that salary cap hit, because that informs how much you can spend on other players. So if that cap hit is good, then it doesn't matter. And I have a very strong feeling that they're not going to be handcuffed by the cap hit. I think it's going to be a good number spread across these 4 years.
What was the thing I was going to say as far as I read this comment? I don't remember what it was. Goff would have signed for $1 and Eazy would be worried about it. Why? I don't know why I read that one. Stupid shit like that.
Shout out Grom at 0237. He says, wait, Meemaw was a whore? Why, Meemaw?
What?
Because I said this is your whore grandma's Detroit Lions. And we got another caller on the line. Let's kick it. Yeah, I did too. Let's kick it behind door number 2 is
Eric Allen. Eric, you're live on air.
Eric Allen. Eric, how you feeling, brother?
Can't hear him.
It's Eric from Austin.
Eric
from
not
Austin.
Allen.
Damn it, Nick. It's Eric from Austin. Eric, how you feeling?
What up, Eric?
Doing really great. It's great talking to you guys. I can't even believe I even made it on your call. But anyways, my friend and I live in Austin, and we've been Lions fans our whole lives. And we have 50 to 100 people that go to game watches at a local bar here. It's awesome.
Wow.
So we're totally excited about Jared Goff. This is just awesome. Well, we're excited about all our players on our team, but I don't mean to go into a different situation, but what do you think this means for Hendon Hooker? Is kind of like what this means for him. Does this mean that if Jared Goff wins Super Bowls for us, does he get traded? Is he just going to be there just in case? Does he want to be a backup for a lot of years? What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Yeah, Eric, it's
a great question.
It is a great question because you would think that a third-round pick wouldn't be used on a guy you see as a backup. That would be a pretty reasonable thought process. But as of right now, Hendon Hooker is break glass in case of emergency.
Mm-hmm.
He is the Nick Foles contingency plan to Jared Goff's Carson Wentz. Like, this is a guy that, in case of the worst possible scenario, now you got Hendon Hooker there. That's how I see it.
That's exactly how I see it. I mean, obviously, it is an option. If you're offered enough for it. I don't think it's anything they're actively looking to do is move on from Hendon Hooker. I see him as exactly what Speed said, break glass in case of emergency. Because I can see him doing this offense really, really well, too. I could see him helping this team win. I think that's obviously why Brad Holmes drafted him, too. They believe in him as well. But I think the offer would have to be not necessarily like a Godfather offer, but something where you're truly the beneficiary from it. There's just no need to get rid of him at this point. You're not paying him much, and he's a phenomenal backup to have. Or I guess I expect him to be a phenomenal backup. We have yet to see him take an actual snap. This preseason, we'll find out. What is your opinion on that? We still got Eric?
Yeah, we got him.
Yeah, sounds good to me. It's very staticky, but yes.
Amen.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
No problem, man. Appreciate
Sure.
calling. Hey, you 100 Lions fans? Is that
Yeah,
what
that's what he
100
said.
Lions fans gather together in Austin, Texas.
We're
going
going to have to get out to Austin.
Detroit Lions have the best fans in football. We've been saying this forever. Detroit sports fans is the best in general. 100
We're gonna have to get out to
remote
Austin.
fans.
I know my
That's crazy.
my godparents live, I think, pretty close to Austin, so we
Yeah.
can stay there for free. Heavyweight trip to Austin for the Dallas game.
My brother lives in Austin.
Down.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
what?
Yeah, we're stacked.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Let's go. The heavyweights trip for the Dallas game to Austin.
Dude, let's go.
Rage for the weekend.
D-Town Heat comments. Hooker will be
Everything's bigger in
27
Texas,
in
Chris.
8
You'll love
months.
Such a
Let's go to break. We'll come back.
Such a
This
straight.
guy had that load.
Let me tell you guys about Les Stanford. What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That's exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, the same great service that have come to trust on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today and find the brand you want at lesstanford.com.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody!
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza is taking over Mission. Locations are popping up all over Detroit. They've doubled their restaurants this year, known for their quality hand-battered and hand-breaded chicken tenders, their delicious chicken sandwiches, and their New York-style pizza. Be sure to stop in and try it at Mega Station near you, or go to Sorokis.com to figure out where you can get some of this delicious food.
What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever It's live on WoodSports.com. I'm Eazy, joined by Spimo Rex,
Hello.
Chris, Nicholas Koloff.
Let's go.
A.K.A. Detroit Mario. Smash that like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend. And share the stream. I had an epiphany at Dispo Dispensary. And I did not mean that to rhyme, but it truly happened while we were on one of these remote locations over there in Hazel Park. And I was looking at a lot of these contracts. Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts. And the big one that was the eye-opener for me was that we know Josh Allen signed what he signed a few years ago. And just looking at some of his cap hits of the last couple of years, they weren't astronomically crazy up until this coming year. And that's why you kind of see him shedding a little bit of, I'm going to call it dead weight, because they're still letting go of good players, but they're not able to retain these guys. Wow. Still, those first 2 years, though, they were able to do so. That's what this contract's structured like. 53 AAV, as Chris said when he called him from Chicago or Illinois, wherever he may have been. Brilliant point to make. Probably going to fat load this year, 2 years spread out, that fourth year being the option. And the reason why the number doesn't matter at that point is we are succeeding well right now. And I have a graphic to kind of point towards that. Chris, it's the PFF, I believe, touchdowns versus the blitz since 2021. Yep. And our guy, Jared Goff, ranks second in the league since 2021 in touchdowns versus the blitz. And this is a point, I got tagged this multiple times, by the way.
Better than Patrick Mahomes?
Insane that anybody would, people would just listen and they hear. They don't listen, actually, they just hear. But they hear what they think. I've been discussing this specifically for the past year. Jared Goff has this offense down like the back of his hand. We've used more X-rated terms before, but he's married to the beautiful young lady now. But he knows this offense like his wife, like the front of his wife. All right?
You know what?
Ben Johnson, one of the things that makes him a brilliant head coach, and any leader really, is just like the accountability you put on your subordinates, the people beneath you, or Jared Goff in this situation. You put accountability in him because he helped design this offense. Mm-hmm. Hey, I sat down with you. I asked you, as a quarterback who's been in the Super Bowl, as a quarterback who's seen success, as a quarterback who's won games, what has helped you get there? What has helped you stay afloat? What has been your weaknesses? Okay, watch your film. I agree with this. I agree with that. And they combine together to make this playbook that helps JG play phenomenal.
Yep.
Now, first year, you saw the change just in him getting in the offense, getting his hands involved with it. Dave Burkett, I believe, was after the Steelers or Eagles game that Ben Johnson started getting a little more heavily involved. But in the second year, after an offseason of it, you saw even a better version of Jared Goff. This last year, I argue, and because I'm not a big numbers guy, you guys pull the numbers, look at interceptions, and say what you want. I think last year was his best year as a Detroit Lion, in my opinion, just as his command of the offense. He knows where these guys are. That's a quarterback who once didn't do well against the blitz. That's a quarterback where you hear things about him not doing good against the blitz. But these past 2 years, where he's had this offense down pat, that hasn't been the case. And the numbers show us, he's number 2 in the league since 2021 against that blitz when throwing touchdowns.
Yeah, this is a guy who, this will be the first time in his career that he's had the same offensive coordinator and same quarterback coach for 3 straight seasons. Continuity and cohesion is extremely important for an offense. And Jared Goff, Ben Johnson, and Mark Brunell have been together now going on 3 seasons. Like you said, he knows this offense like the front of Kristen Harper. He knows this offense like the back of his hand. It is something he's extremely comfortable in, and not only having that, He's got his number one target in first-team All-Pro Amon-Ra St. Brown. Mm-hmm. He's got the best offensive line in football in front of him that's going to be even better when it comes to protecting the quarterback next year. He's got top 5 tight end in Sam Laporta coming in to a second season where he's going to have a breakout. He's got an explosive weapon in Jamison Williams that he's finally finding cohesion with and finding a place for in the offense. He's got the best backfield in the NFL behind him in David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. This is an offense set up to make Jared Goff the man, and he has been the man in this offense. He got paid like the man, and he's going to win the game. I'm happy for this. I'm excited for what this offense has done and produced. And a big part of it is the cohesion. Like I said, the first time in his career, the first time in his NFL career that he's had the same offensive coordinator and quarterback coach for 3 straight seasons, and there is not a surprise of why the offense is humming.
Nick?
Yeah, do you guys remember after that Rams playoff game specifically, the players in that locker room and how hyped they were for specifically Jared Goff because they knew how much it meant to them? This is their leader, undoubted, like no doubt in the world. This is the guy they want leading this team to the Super Bowl, and they have 100% faith in this guy. This is just, it's crazy. I mean, like you just said, Spenmo, 3 years of the same OC. Like, this offense is going to look so dangerous because Jared Goff knows it so well. Like, good luck to any defense scheming up and trying to stop this offense because I don't think it's happening. I think this is a top 3 offense without a doubt, maybe even the best.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be the best or second best offense in the league next year because I think Houston might have a chance of being the best. But you look at it, he is so comfortable in this scheme, so comfortable with the play calling of Ben Johnson and with the playmakers he has on the outside. It makes him being a good quarterback to being an even better quarterback when the pieces around you have you playing like this. And the man went out there and he balled last year. Flat out. Went out there and played like one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. So I'm happy that he got locked up. I'm happy Ben Johnson stayed. I'm happy they paid Amon-Ra St. Brown. They paid Penei Sewell. They paid Jared Goff, the 3 pillars that are holding up this offense.
Yeah, this just shows a team-wide commitment. Like, everybody top down to bottom in this organization is committed. You talked about Ben Johnson staying, Jared Goff signing the extension, Amon-Ra, Penei. Like, there was never any doubt outside of Ben Johnson that these guys were going to be here in Detroit this season. And I think that really speaks to the culture that they're building. And again, it shows you, I said it with the Penei and the Amon-Ra extensions. It's the same thing with Goff. Detroit is showing that, hey, look, we are in the business of winning, so sometimes we have to make hard decisions. Sometimes we have to trade players we like, cut players we like, all of that. But if you work hard, you will get paid here. And this is a city that loves its football like nobody's ever seen. We saw the records from the draft. So this is just awesome because it really is a just cementing the culture that's being built. It would have looked a little funny if they dumped Goff a little early.
Listen, man, it's the best of both worlds, truly. Like, if you're a guy who was your friends in your group called you the hater, if you were the guy in the group that was just kind of realistic about the situation going down, like, you have your option. Detroit Lions, there's a fourth-year option on this deal, and which more than likely means, again, they want to be flexible. It's such smart gamesmanship by Brad Holmes. Not even gamesmanship, but just being a general manager and just making these moves where you're able to be flexible. The Amon-Ra deal, the Penei Sewell deal. That's why I think this may point to, and I think I said this beforehand too, but I think that's why they may point to this being a front-loaded contract, clearing the space for that deal. Mm-hmm. I mean, you obviously think all things. You're trying to figure out what the motive is, but that makes sense. And it also makes sense for the team moving forward. I mean, part of the reason we brought up that stat, JG, second in league touchdowns versus being blitzed, we brought it up already. Ben Johnson's a very big piece of that. Now, if we lose Ben Johnson, we don't really know what we're getting. Hey, this deal's flexible.
Yes.
If you find out that it was Ben Johnson, we can make a move. That's why it's a great deal for all parties. JG got paid. JG remains. And you're flexible for the future if Ben Johnson decides to leave.
All right, we got some callers on the board. We're going to get to some of them now. Nick, who do we got?
Yep, we're going to lead it off with Ronan99 out in Lansing. Ronan, you're live on air.
Run in. How you feeling, brother?
I'm doing well, guys. The caller who mentioned the static, that's a cap because it's no cap because it is kind of staticky, but we'll be all right. Listen, I think that there's central truth that we're all kind of forgetting, or the people who are wigging out over the amount of this contract, and that's the simple fact that, remember, it went up $32 million this year. What do you think it's going to look like in 3 to 4 years?
Yeah.
And the other thing about the contract is that was this an extension, or did they fold this next year into that contract?
I think this is an extension off of. I think this year's included because it's all only up to 2028. Like when the Amon-Ra and Penei Sewell stuff went down, there was like that extra year. They made it feel like a 6-year extension. I think this one's just straight, like including this year, some of the money, and then you have the option for 2028. It's 4 years, 2024 right now. I think it's just a straight up like regular extension, nothing beyond, or I guess nothing added to, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm missing.
Okay, right. Well, I'd expect Disney to add some void years on there, and here's where the other guy you got to give flowers to today is Disney. Yes. You know what Mike has done in terms of stacking these contracts and understanding Capology 2024. I think makes him one of the key members of this team.
Absolutely.
And remember, he got an offer to go somewhere else as well. So when you start stacking these people up, of the guys who want to stay, there's a reason that they want to stay, and it's got nothing to do with same old Lions. This has to do with a competent professional organization being run by competent professional people. The first time in my 67 years, my guys.
That's for sure. Runyon, appreciate you so much, man. Great call. Appreciate your support as always, and thanks for calling. Yeah, he made such a good point there at the end, and it's like, I know we shout out Foxy for establishing the brand new Lions as a thing, and like it was cool, but people don't really like know that we're not joking when we say there are competent people in the front office. For the first time in my entire life, the Detroit Lions are being run like a good organization for the first time in my entire life. My dad, he's 70 plus years old, tells me the same exact thing. Like, he's never seen the Detroit Lions act like this. This is how the Pistons used to act. Obviously not anymore. This is how the Red Wings act. This is how the Tigers, he's never seen the Lions act like a competent franchise. And now we have the right people in the right spots. It all starts at the top with Sheila Ford Hamp doing what she did and creating this Lions regime from the ground up and doing a fantastic job at it. So hats off to Sheila Ford Hamp for creating this beautiful work of art that is the Detroit Lions front office.
Who else we got, Nick?
We are going out to Orlando, boys. We got Eduardo.
Eduardo, how you feeling, brother?
Yo, what's up, guys? So listen, right? So I was, contrary to popular belief, I was on Team Tag Goff next year, only because we play 8 outdoor games next year. But that's besides the point. We know what we're going to get with Goff. We're going to get Goof for 3 games, you know what I mean? And that's fine, because no one's going 17-0, you know? And for me, what's the most important is, what are you doing when the moment is at the brightest? Mm-hmm. You know, we go to in Kansas City, obviously we end up winning that game, and a big part of it was because Goff showed up. We 2 years ago, we have to go to Green Bay to knock them out of the playoffs, and guess what we do? Goff showed up. You know what I mean? In the Rams game, Goff showed up. In the Bucs game, Goff showed up. In the San Francisco game, we did not lose that game because of Goff, contrary to what the chat believes. And that's the number one thing that I look for is, what are you doing when the moment shines brightest, unlike Lamar Jackson? And I just have one question for you guys, because I've been thinking about this. Do you guys think that this offense is more talented than the offense that he took to the Super Bowl in like 2018 or whenever that Super Bowl was?
I think moving forward, yeah.
I don't know.
I think with the offensive line provided with Jahmyr Gibbs, with Dave Montgomery and Amon-Ra St. Brown, like, I think, yeah, you can make that. I mean, I didn't even say Sam Laporta. I do think this is a little bit more talented.
I would say, yes, it is. I think they have a better offensive line. The weapons, I feel like, equate, because I think the greatness of Todd Gurley is better than, like, Todd Gurley equates Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. So,
that's fair.
I think the weapons are pretty similar. You might give the Lions a little bit of an edge because of Sam Laporta compared to, I don't even remember, was it Higbee or Everett back then? I don't even remember who their tight end was.
Yeah,
but the offensive line is way better. And so, yeah, I would say you'd give the Lions a little bit of an edge.
The offensive line allows JG to be the best version of himself.
Mm-hmm.
Like you give a guy like that all day, he's able to make it work. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, at that point in time, I didn't really watch much football because I was all up in school.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I can remember, that offense was pretty potent, and obviously I'm a Lions biased person, and I like to watch high scoring games, and we're in high scoring games damn near every week, so that lets me know that we have a talented offense. And now all we need is just a competent defense, and then we can all be wherever the Super Bowl parade is, having a blast. But yeah, anyways, thank you for taking my call. And Eazy, try to tone it down on the golf stuff. You know what I mean? We love you, but, all righty. Have a good night, guys.
Appreciate you calling in, Eduardo.
And again, this is the kind of stuff I was saying earlier, too, is like keep the same energy now because we like to say on this show, we hear the saying other places too, big-time players make big-time plays.
Yep.
Now he's getting big-time cash. He's show up and delivering those moments, and I think he's got everything around him to do so.
For sure. It's Super Bowl or bust for the Lions now. That's what it is. That's the table you're sitting at. Like I said, you got the playoff wins and the division win out of the way. You got an NFC Championship appearance out of the way. There's no more cute, nice story shit. Now it's, if you don't win the Super Bowl, the season was a disappointment. That's what it is every year now for the Lions. You're with the big boys. You think the 49ers are happy about their season last year? No. You think the Ravens are happy about their season last year? No. The Chiefs probably aren't even happy about their season last year, and they won the fucking Super Bowl. So they're like, oh, we could have played better. But that's the table you're sitting at now. So I'm excited, and I'm ready for this new era of Lions football. And you got, like I said, you got the three pillars that hold this offense down, locked up for the future in Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Penei Sewell. Let me tell you about Lady Jane's. Awesome is when a guy can be a guy and get an amazing haircut. I got one from Rachel. She hooked it up. Make sure you do the same. That's Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Stop in, sit back, relax, and let one of Lady Jane's talented stylists make you look and feel great. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Give your pet the best. Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences the online and big box retailers, with one major difference. They're family and locally owned and operated for 30 plus years. Over 60 brands of food with nutrition experts to help you. Same day local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
Welcome to World Heavyweights Live, WorldSports.com. Smash the like button.
Smash.
Be a friend. Tell a friend. Share the stream. Nick, I feel like you're the residential degenerate on the show.
What up,
like
Doe? I'll take it.
What, can you pull up the odds?
Oh, yeah.
On the betting app? I'm curious to see.
My bad.
I doubt they changed right away.
I doubt they changed.
They wouldn't change,
I don't think they changed at all, yeah.
He's already the quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't change. If it was the topic we had on the show for today, I am curious to see that with NFC North. Where I also put in the top 3 backfields in the NFL because obviously we saw PFT put it out there. Garbage. Before any of that, let's go to our other caller.
And but before we do, I remembered what Eduardo said in his call about Goof for a couple games. He was right though. Like, every quarterback is going to give you a couple games like that a year where they just don't have it. That's football. Like, even Patrick Mahomes isn't 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions every game. Every quarterback's going to give you a couple games. And the keys to wisdom in the Woodward Sports Chat says nobody gets away with a bad offensive line. Even Fields with major wheels couldn't really do crap with a trash offensive line. That's for sure. Look at what happened to Patrick Mahomes when they got to the Super Bowl and his offensive line sucked. He was running for his fucking life against the Buccaneers, and they lost that. That's the Super Bowl they lost because he couldn't stay in the pocket. Every quarterback needs a good offensive line, and every quarterback's going to give you a couple duds a year. It happens. Even Tom Brady did it. So last year, Jared Goff had a great season, and I'm expecting the same from him next year. But who's our caller?
100%.
Yep, we got Matthew Kruger out in Margaritaville, Caseville.
Matthew Kruger. Hey. How you doing, brother?
Hey, man. Easy, my boy. I love you too, Spencer, but we're on opposite teams sometimes.
That's all right,
Anyways, I was doing my homework while I was on hold because I didn't want to come with any bullshit or any. I'm sorry, I don't mean to swear.
No,
I'm drinking and smoking.
Yeah.
It's after work. Anyways, I want to hit you with a stat real quick. We just paid a guy $212 million, $170 million guaranteed, who is 24, 23, and 1 as a Detroit Lion. Also, let's jump back. I am the number one Goff hater, but also a big Lions fan as well. I hate Goff. I hate Cade Cunningham. Let's go back to his Super Bowl. Let's go back to his Super Bowl appearance. And I don't want to hear about injuries or anything like that. 229 yards, 1 interception. I don't want to hear any argument about how he's been to a Super Bowl. He has experience there. Let's talk second half real quick. That's just ridiculous. And I understand people got to catch the ball. There was fumbles and whatnot, but at the same time, you are the captain of that team. You take responsibility. Third, we're going to go with last year. People want to say he had a great year last season, but I understand you say like padding stats for Matthew Stafford. If you go 8-8 or 8-9 and miss the playoffs, that's not a great year. Anyways, I love you guys. Make the bet. Go Lions. I still hate Goff. Maybe Hendon will get a chance. But hey, Woodward for life. Screw the ticket and screw 97-1.
Damn
I'm
right,
out, boys.
Damn right, Matthew
Let's
Kruger.
go.
Appreciate you, brother.
What a call.
What a
He literally
G.
had picked up the phone. Said,
Stood on business.
Hey. Stood on business for sure. Yeah, I mean, we all know that Jared Goff did not have a good performance in his lone Super Bowl appearance, but also that was a factor of Bill Belichick being the coach on the other side. And I spoke about how they didn't really adapt LA's offense to what Jared Goff does well, like they have here in Detroit. Like, they were still doing deep shots and stuff like that in LA rather than kind of molding their offense around Jared Goff. They tried to force Jared Goff into their offensive scheme, and that's why they ended up moving on, which is, it is what it is. But he's got, he stood on business. He stood 10 toes down. He hates Jared Goff, and he brought out the reasons.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why Bill Belichick has success against Jared Goff is because he's good at taking away what teams do well. Like, he is the best coach of all time for a reason. Jared Goff is limited, but with the running game that we have, and let's not forget Todd Gurley in that Super Bowl wasn't the Todd Gurley that he was in the first half of that season. He had suffered that knee injury, and he was stumbling his way through those playoffs. Obviously, that affects Jared Goff. I think we know by now that JG needs a reliable run game to help him work. He is the number one play-action quarterback in the league for a reason. That's not just by, by circumstance. I mean, it is by circumstance, but it's not stupid luck or anything like that. We've seen him be that in 2 different organizations. We've seen him need that run game. So that is a big piece of it. But that's the great thing about how this team is built and why you want to take a hat off. And, I'm sorry, not Patrick Holmes. I don't know why the hell I was going to say that. To Brad Holmes is that you have 2 running backs. And I know as much as people are going to want to see Jahmyr Gibbs take every single snap this year, you need to even it out for a reason. You need both these guys healthy or as healthy as they can be when it comes to these games actually mattering, and that's in the postseason. I want both these guys available. I mean, take the lesser load. As much as electrifying as Jahmyr Gibbs is, let's still split the carries. Let's continue it that way, like a little even split. And let's keep these guys as healthy as possible so we can actually make the run and complete the mission and win that Super Bowl.
Yeah, and Eduardo O'Neill says Cooks dropped 2 open touchdowns in that Super Bowl. And, yeah, to be honest, I'm not worried about Jared Goff's Super Bowl. I'm worried about the next one he's going to play in.
Yep.
I don't care about what he did in the past. I care about what he's going to do for the Detroit Lions. And like I said, this contract is decided, the good or bad of this contract is decided by one thing, and that's if you win a Super Bowl or not. So, and I think they will. I really do. So I'm excited for that.
StatMuse is so inconsistent.
How you feeling,
it's
Nick?
wild.
I got a lot of the over-unders for the NFC if we want to come back with that for next. But
okay.
I'm hype. Honestly, I am extremely excited, and it just feels so good to have a competent GM. And the Lions are they run this city, and Jared Goff runs that team. Like, that is their leader. Like, that's what it keeps coming back to for me. They didn't want to see their leader go out on a one-year deal, especially not at the quarterback position, and I didn't think Brad was going to do that to his guy. So, I mean, if you're looking at that Stafford deal now, it's just insane what we got back, and we just extended Goff again. You know, you just think about that deal. It might go down as one of the best in history for both sides.
Yeah, it could be very well the best trade for both sides that I've ever seen. Shout out to Adam Yunt for the super chat. But he says that caller needs to be medicated. Matthew Kruger stood on 10 toes. He did for sure. But that very well could be the most even trade of all time. But you got to win a Super Bowl because the Rams are still up. I know we love all the acquisitions we got and we love the success that we had. But because of that trade, the Rams won a Super Bowl, so they won the trade as of now. But after next year, the Lions won that trade, or it's fair. I mean, if both teams win a Super Bowl, that's a fair trade.
I mean, if I can't comfort my guy Matthew Kruger and anyone else, it's like, again, in the same boat as him. It is a flexible deal, and they're currently winning games with this guy right now. They did get to the Super Bowl with Jared Goff. However, Todd Gurley wasn't the same guy he was to get there. Therefore, Jared Goff couldn't be the same guy he was to get there as well.
He wasn't even.
I think we have better odds, just plain simple, with having both Jameer and David. And as much as a Green Bay Packers fan wants to call David just a guy, that's not the case. Just the guys aren't rushing for 1,000 yards in the NFL. Just the guys are getting double-digit touchdowns in the NFL. You can bring up any other stat you want to before he was a Detroit Lion, but you also remind yourself how fucking piss poor the Chicago Bears organization was for that stint of time too. It was very bad, very bad. They're in a position to get the number one pick last year because they traded their number one pick the year prior. Like it wasn't a good team. And guess what they took that year? Darnell Wright in their first round. Guess what they took this year in their second round? Another offensive tackle, the one out of BYU. You can't really, like, Dave Montgomery is good. Jahmyr Gibbs is great. You have Sam Laporta that also helps in the run game. We don't know what Vaca is yet to be as a running back. I mean, maybe he
was the most explosive running back in college football last year. So
what?
Yeah, he averaged like 7 yards per carry and like 11 yards per reception.
Well, I mean, limited touches. I mean, numbers are probably going to be pretty high. But he was really good.
Well, he still had it's not like he only had 200 yards. Like he still.
I just want to call him explosive.
Per stats, he was the most explosive. When he touched the ball, he was more explosive than anybody else.
You pick and choose when you per stat it up over there?
I mean, when it's straight yards per carry, yeah, I'd use those stats.
I'm a per context it every day over per stat. I mean, we know he's not the most explosive running back on the collegiate football last year. However, he was still very good. That Spipa, which Spinny did pull off in the interview, by the way.
Yeah.
Shout out. Let's go to break. I believe it's about that time. I think it's glorious, and that is you, Chris.
Jeez, thanks. Glorious is back with a new ice water bubble ash pre-roll, now with diamonds, constantly creating to push the best cannabis experience. The perfect boost comes with an added touch of pure THC diamond dust, allowing flowers only the highest terps to make the best even better. Glorious Cannabis, check them out at your local retailer or visit them at gloriouscanna.com.
Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Ham for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Dispo Dispensary's local cannabis plug, because there's multiple locations across the great state of Michigan. The largest brand name products, the best bud thinners, the best deals, and make sure you visit disposhops.com. It's got this thing called Dispo Dash. If you can't make it there, they'll make it to you. You must be 21 and older. Shop Dispo. It's Dispo, your local cannabis plug. What up, though? Welcome back to Order Heavyweights Live on WoodSports.com. I'm Eazy, joined by Spimo Rex, Young Chris, Nicholas Koloff.
Let's go.
Smash that like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Share the stream. We got an early mailbag from Mike Hilton. You want me to read it?
Yeah.
How many quarterbacks lost their first Super Bowl and one after? Not to mention with a different team. 0. 0 quarterbacks have lost their first Super Bowl and been back.
Really?
I think since at least since a certain year. I know that for sure, yeah.
Wow.
But
that's circumstantial, though, I think.
Yeah.
And I think your odds go up after.
You want to know why that is, Benny?
Changing teams, your odds probably go up.
When that happens.
Because they get paid.
That contract gets reset, too. You get paid. You can't fit the same teams around them. We saw it happen with JG. But, again, the first 2-year window, the guys that you've already paid on this team as well, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Penei Sewell, those first 2 years a little bit lighter on the cap. It's probably what this deal is for JG. And they have the 4th-year option. This is a win-win deal. This is a masterclass by Mike Disner and Brad Holmes. It truly is. Everybody wins this situation. Even my guy Matthew Kruger, myself, the real Spinny, we all win. All right, the team remains flexible, and you remain winning. I've had a grown confidence in a Tanner Estrand if a Ben Johnson were to leave. And again, you have those core pieces around it, and you know what works with it regardless. On top of making the defense, I guess you suspect the defense gets a hell of a lot better this year too. We got caller, Nick? Who we got?
Yo, we're going to kick it off with MJ in Indiana. MJ, you're live on air.
MJ, how you feeling, brother?
Yo, what's going on, fellas? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yo, so I'm watching y'all on delay. I'm at work, so I'm hoping I'm not repeating something somebody already said. But I'm gonna take it a different direction. I like Goff, but I can't say I'm happy about the deal. Oh, and the only reason I say that is I wanted him to get an extension. I just didn't think it would be for that long on top of the year that he already had left. Because in my eyes, this basically means that Hendon Hooker is nothing. And as much as I like Goff, I think the second half of that NFC Championship showed us one thing. It's the limitations of having a pocket quarterback and not having somebody that's mobile. Like, he just couldn't get out of the pocket and escape, whereas Purdy was able to get out and escape. And you just saw the differences. Like, I'm not hating on Goff at all. I like Goff, and I think we can win games with Goff. I think I was just more so excited about the future of what it would look like with Hendon Hooker. But now, with this extension for as long and how much it is, it basically means that Hendon Hooker is a nothing now. So I guess I'm just a little bit disappointed in that. But I do still think that we are in a winning window, and Goff can get us wins. So I guess I'm happy that we're still going to win, but I'm upset that basically it means that Hendon Hooker is just never going to play in Detroit.
Yeah, I appreciate you calling in, brother. And that's something, they drafted Hendon Hooker, I think, because they weren't sure about Goff's scenario at that point in time. And they wanted to not just be bare ass without a sheet if Jared Goff decided to move on. So they needed that kind of contingency plan, but now they got more comfortable. They saw what Goff could do. They got the deal done, and they're happy for it. And now Hendon Hooker, like we said, is a break glass in case of emergency kind of player.
And he can still end up turning out. Like, if that glass is broken, then he's pulled out in case of emergency, and it happens to be what I'm with you, too, by the way. Some we think could be special, then that's what you're going to move along with leading the way. I mean, we saw it happen with Tom Brady. It wasn't an injury situation, but actually, no, with Alex Smith, it was an injury situation. Hey, Alex Smith is just better for us right now. Let's go this way.
Tom Brady was an injury situation?
No, I know. I was going to say another one with Patrick Mahomes and stuff like that. But no, if Hendon ends up being the player, best believe this Detroit Lions team, just as they are at every single other position, if somebody's outperforming the other, they're going to get the snaps over them.
Yep.
We saw it last year with first-round pick Jack Campbell not getting snaps, and then we saw it the year prior with a 4th or 5th-round pick. I forgot when Malcolm was drafted at this point now, too. But him getting starting snaps. He got starting snaps last year as well, too, over Jack Campbell to begin the season. They're going to play the best players out there, and that's that's one thing that holds true with this team for sure. So if again, if the glass breaks and it works out, which we end up eating a big cap hit because of it, but we'll be straight.
All right, we got another caller.
Yep, we got Adam. Adam, you're live on air.
Adam, how you feeling, brother?
What up, though? How you feeling?
Hey, what's up, brother?
What's up, brother?
Guys, I'm feeling awesome. This time of year, Northern Michigan up by a Cadillac and Manton is beautiful, and when the Lions are doing like this, and signing quality players to secure their future, it's even that much better. I graduated in 2005, and I remember the dog days of the 0-16 and the pain and the abusive relationship of being a Lions fan. But getting all this and getting the reward of us being competitors now is just second to none. And I'm stoked. I'm ready. Let's freaking go.
Amen.
Hell yeah. Appreciate you calling in, Adam. And shout out Cadillac. One of my aunts used to have a cottage up there. It was a nice-ass lake, dude. Lake Cadillac is a very nice lake.
Shout out Cadillac. Hey.
But yeah, dude, it's a breath of fresh air seeing the Lions perform like they have and seeing the Lions front office perform like they have.
Shout out Cadillac.
Shout out.
I got some family up there as well. We got one more caller. And we're going to maybe confirmed not a cop. Anakin, you're live on the heavyweights.
Not a cop, Anakin. How you feeling?
Hey.
I'm good. Yes, I'm not a cop. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
We can hear you,
Officer.
Anakin. Hands up.
All right. Hey, I'm good. I'm excited for the extension. I come home and Goff gets an extension. And you there?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's the floor is yours, Anakin. We're not making any sudden movements. We're not reaching.
Comes and gets
He's on the hook.
I come home. Goff gets an extension, and it's not gonna lie, it's a little more money than I would like, but I do like the fact that we finally got him paid, and now our future is set. This is all. We're going all in. And you know how Jerry said all in? And guess what? He meant Brad's going all in.
Amen, Anakin. Amen. Appreciate you calling in, brother. I'm glad to know you're not a cop
All
either.
right.
Thank you for calling
You
in.
legally
Anakin.
have to tell us that you're a cop or not right now, though.
Yeah, it's true.
He already hung up. We lost him.
Yeah. We couldn't keep him on the phone too long because we didn't want him, tracing the call and figuring out where we are. All of that was on the wire, though. But appreciate you calling in, Anakin. And yeah, it's awesome to just for him to come home probably from school, or his shift, and see gets off the beat, and he sees that Jared Goff is extended. That's probably a great feeling.
Amen. Appreciate Anakin calling in. Appreciate everybody calling in, man. I appreciate the guys with the balls enough to call in with their true opinions as well, because they be out there. Like I had a discussion with Samir. Or Sammer, I always do that to him. Damn it, that's might be racism. I don't know, but I had the conversation with Sammer, and he's talking his shit about JG as most people outside Detroit do, and I sent him the quiet place gift, like be quiet because they're coming for your ass. So with people calling in and keeping it real, like that's true too. Kruger, you're my guy. A little bit of the stream. So I am more. Obviously, I felt the way Kruger did once upon a time, but again. With what we have like a plethora of guys.
Yes.
The Jameer and David help us out in that situation. And obviously, again, we don't know what Vaki's going to look like either. So we're pretty good. Who else we got on the line, though, Nick?
Yep, we're going out to West Virginia, and we're going to Jason. Jason, you're live on air.
Roads take me home. Jared Goff got a bag. How you feeling,
What
sir?
up, Jace?
You got the bag, my baby. Hey, what's going on?
Nice shit, man. Still kind of comprehending this.
Hey,
How
I'm
you
just
feeling about the contract?
Man, I'm excited. I just called, man, because I was reading through the chat, and I looked on Facebook, and you got a lot of disgruntled Lions fans out there, so I just kind of wanted to say my piece, dog, because I'm pissed. For real.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro. Like, so we got a quarterback who's been to the Super Bowl, along with, whole roster full of studs, and people are complaining because Jared Goff got the bag. At the end of the day, you're not going to, think that in a couple of years when the salary cap goes up, shit like that. So I don't understand what the problem is. I guess they wanted to throw Hendon Hooker in there, reset our success, put Goff on the tag next year or some dumb shit like that. But this is a great piece for us moving forward. Now we don't have to worry about Goff, Panay. We're good. Now we can move forward. We got all the youth. We got the whole youth movement, and the guy who just called talking about Hendon Hooker is nothing. I mean, if Goff declines or, Goff, starts to sell the bag, whatever the case may be, you got a Hendon Hooker you could throw in there with a guy with Super Bowl experience, multiple playoff wins, battle-tested. He's seen the best in the league. He's went toe-to-toe with Mahomes. It's like, going forward, I don't see how anybody could be upset by this. It's always our fan base, and it's kind of frustrating because it's like you look at it and you like, yeah, Goff ain't Mahomes or Brady or nothing like that, but he get the job done. We one game away from the Super Bowl. Who knows if we're there with any other quarterback? Who knows if, another quarterback could process the playbook and all the adjustments from Ben Johnson? So I'm excited, man. I'm stoked.
That's facts, brother. Appreciate you calling in. And you're right. Like, it's this regime is big on the known. They're big on their guys. They're big on seeing it, and they saw it out of Jared Goff, and they're not going to pass up on that. So, yeah, it's I appreciate you calling in, brother. It's a good point. And shout out to ECL in the Woodward Sports Chat. He says, Spencer, McVay never trusted JG. Under Dan Campbell, Ben Johnson, JG has grown into a more complete QB. He's never allowed to call protections or audible in LA. Not the same player. He is much better now.
Way better.
It's true. He's more confident. You see that playing with a lot of confidence. He does call the protections. He does call the audibles. And like I said, and how Eazy alluded to it earlier about how they built the offense structured to what he does well, and they run the offense based on what he does well. And I said a couple weeks ago, I said, like, in LA, they kind of were trying to force the round peg into the square hole, where they were trying to force Jared Goff into their gunslinging, deep threat offense with guys like Robert Woods and Brandon Cooks, instead of kind of building it around what he does best. And that's why the Lions have had so much success.
I just think they were limited at the time. He wasn't as good as he is right now. Like, I don't know. They're trying to force the peg in there. He has his limitations. It is what it is, but they got what they wanted. They don't need a A1 running back to operate their offense. We got what we wanted, which is to build a true team. And we have that, a team and a culture. And JG is part of both those things. And both those things have got this franchise into the NFC Conference Championship game, got the first playoff wins, plural, in over 32 years. It was a win-win. And obviously, they're up if you want to do a versus, but I don't care. I want us to be in a winning position. We have more callers that we'll get to when we get back. But first, tell us about Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness, the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a full-body workout in 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all of that for just $10 a month, no commitment. No matter where you're at, this is Planet Fitness close by, more than 15 Metro Detroit, and thousands more throughout the world. Planet Fitness, where fitness is essential.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody!
Are you tired of the same old Detroit sports merch? They got new sports wearables, hoodies, tees, hats, all guaranteed to turn heads. So head on over to woodwardsports.com, click that shop tab to get yourself some fresh, brand new merch.
Merch.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Smash the like button.
Smash.
Be a friend. Tell a friend. We got more calls on the line. Who we got next, Nick?
Yeah, give me a sec here. We got Chad in Harrison Township. Chad, you are live on the Woodward Heavyweights.
Chad, how you feeling, brother?
What up, Chad?
Hey, what's up, big dog? You guys all right?
Yes, sir. How are you, man?
Doing pretty good.
I'm all right. Anyone give Eazy a hug, just a Goff contract, or no?
Not really, honestly. Not as much as I was expecting. He
He's
got in
holding
the
it
group
together
chat.
very well.
Yeah, I'll give him a verbal one right now. It's gonna be okay, buddy.
I appreciate
When
you,
we win
man.
the Super Bowl next year, it'll be all good. I promise.
Amen.
But who the hell was that guy earlier that was like complaining about it? First off, what was his name? The Ronin.
Kruger.
2 or 3 of them now. No, I don't think it's Ronan. Ronan was with
No,
it.
it was, that
Matthew
Kruger guy,
Kruger.
Oh yeah. I'm
he
gonna
was
say
most
this in the
hardcore.
nicest way possible, but fuck that guy.
Damn, Chad.
We had the best quarterback we've had in like what? The whole franchise, and you don't want to re-sign him?
How do you feel about the contract, Chad?
Chad's a savage.
I mean, I like it. I mean, I don't love it, but I like it.
That's where I'm at.
How do you feel about Chris Platty?
He's all right, I guess.
Shout out, my dog.
Shout out, Chad.
He's cool. He's cool.
Yeah, he's kind of weird, though.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes. but I really like this Goff contract, honestly. I mean, he just got us to the NFC Championship for the first time since '91.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't we pay him?
I feel like they shared the same sentiment.
I can't think of any reason why not to pay him. So anyone that says, "Oh, I don't want to pay him," they got the SOL mentality still for some reason. I don't know why. But he proved last year it's brand new Lions, not SOL, so get that mindset out of your head.
Yep.
Because we about to win the Super Bowl.
Thanks.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Chad, man.
We just got the big core. I mean, this is exactly what the Pistons thought they were doing with the core. We got it with the Lions.
Oh, okay.
Chad, come on.
Out of here.
We're having a good time. We're having a good time.
Damn it, Chad. You had us in the first half, not going to lie. Don't compare us to the fucking Pistons. No, appreciate you calling in,
brother.
Yeah, he's right. Like, there's the list of reasons not to sign him were extremely low.
Yeah.
And the list of reasons to sign him kept growing with every win and every playoff win, for sure.
The way I would have done it, and my again, I'm not a GM, obviously, and I'm not in charge of this team, but the way I would have done it is I would have gone into this year on that last final deal. And I would have seen what I officially had in Hendon Hooker when it comes to like actual snaps in the post or preseason and whatnot. And I would have decided from there. That's what I would have done. But you're still winning games with this guy regardless. He has some pieces around that has helped him win games. They're also locked and loaded. Jameer Gibbs on a rookie contract, first-round pick with a fifth-year option, going to be here a very long time. Dave Montgomery, you got him, and he also added Vakai, and that's just not the end of things either. So I think they're in the best position to do what they've been doing and just continue that on. And then, again, if Hendon Hooker does happen to flash whatever, then they can decide to do that. I don't see this team like not making that an option.
No, this is not a team that's going to hamstring themselves in any situation. And like I said, we haven't gotten the details yet of this deal, but I assume they're going to be extremely flexible because this team is all about flexibility when it comes to their players and when it comes to their contracts and the cap space. So I would be extremely surprised if the cap hit is over $40 million per year. Like I think it's going to be a real flexible, real easy cap hit to pay.
One of those years will be.
One of them, yeah. Probably the last year will probably be like 50-something. But
yeah, probably this year and the last year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking. I mean, I could be totally wrong.
We'll see. We got another phone call? Nope. Call in. We've been talking Goff all day because that was the bomb dropped on us right before our show. If you are living under a rock, Jared Goff signed a 4-year extension with $212 million, $170 million of it guaranteed. the richest contract in Detroit Lions history.
My boy texted me. He said, "You can't have Weaver on the thumbnail and expect me to not take a shot."
It's true.
Yeah.
We the thumbnail was before this happened, obviously.
Yeah,
that's true. I mean, I guess, how do you feel about that?
What?
Lottery.
I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm not gonna waste energy on the Pistons until their front office is gone.
I was pissed off the first. Honestly, I wasn't pissed off that long.
We could have the first pick or the last pick. This front office is gonna ruin it either way.
I was pissed off the first 15, 20 minutes. And then after, just depression, just because exactly what you said. It wasn't a great year to have that number 1 overall pick. If it is, it's just undiscovered yet. And
yeah, but no,
we're so much further away from what people think we are because of what this organization has and Tom Gores as an owner. It's a complete mess. They didn't deserve the number 1 overall pick, despite having the worst record in the league. They weren't going to do anything with it. They weren't going to do anything beneficial with it. They just weren't.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I felt bad complaining about it because ultimately the season they had, the basketball gods should not have rewarded them with the number 1 pick, and I hate having that take, but ultimately it's fair. I mean, look at the dysfunction that this organization ran through this year. It does hurt though because, I've been team trade the pick, and I'm still gonna be there, but the thing with a number 1 pick is you can always entice that team to be like, hey, look, you get the bell of the ball. You get your guy. Whoever that is in this draft, whoever you want, you can get. So that's why I wanted that number 1 pick, was not to draft a guy. I wanted it because you could sell that to a team like New Orleans, to a team like Brooklyn, to maybe even a team, if they're going all the way, blow it up, Phoenix, these Cleveland, all these guys that are star players that we want on other teams. If you offer them a first-round pick, that's a lot better than the 5th overall pick, and then you start having to attach the other young guys and all of that. So that's really why it hurt, because I felt like you could do a standalone trade package with the number 1 overall pick, and then package one or two of the young guys and really start to cook with some roster movement. But
we are hemorrhaging viewers by the minute talking about the Pistons because nobody gives a shit.
No, you're lying. They're going up.
But we have a caller, so let's get to that. Who do we got, Nick?
Yup, we're gonna go out to Lansing. We got Stafford, which I don't know if this is his real name, but you're live.
Stafford, how you feeling, brother?
Pretty good, man. What up, though?
What up, though?
Shit. What up, though?
Yeah, that Goff contract, bro. I was shocked. I thought it'd be like $47 million, not $53.
I'm the same.
What'd you guys think it was gonna be?
Yeah, same. I thought it was going to be anywhere from 45 to 50 million.
Literally where I was at, and then
the
thing that calmed me down was that option. That option makes it all make sense. It's a flexible deal.
Definitely. And one thing about the Pistons, fire Troy, man. Just fire Troy.
Clean house.
That's one thing I hope they do.
I hope they fire
everybody.
I hope they fire the entire front office.
Yeah, tell him as the guy I want out the most. I feel like Troy's a bit of a fall guy, but he also sucks at the trade. So
yeah.
How do you feel about the Goff contract, though?
Still in shock, it sounds like.
Yeah,
just shock. But happy kind of, too, because it kind of shores up the quarterback spot for a while. And quarterbacks are the biggest position on the field, so ride or die now.
Amen.
That's what it's all about, brother. Appreciate you calling in, Stafford. Did not sound happy. But I mean, when I first heard it, I was like, "Damn!"
His reaction literally was my reaction.
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, let's go win that Super Bowl, I guess."
We have one more caller. We do got to go to break, though. We'll get back to him, and we'll get to your mailbag questions in the chat. Drop them in for us. But first, Nick, tell us about the morning show.
When you wake up, make sure you wake up with Woodward. Check out the new morning show with Kool-Aid, Flannel Sam Broder, JB, and KG every morning as they cover all of Detroit sports talk, banter, and live fan interaction, all on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
What's up, everybody? Neil Rule, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, home of the Planet Fitness Studios. Let me tell you a little personal story about myself with Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness helped me change my life, and it can do the same for you. The best gym in the gym game. The clean facilities, tons of cardio equipment, tons of weights as well. And look, through all the price increases, inflation, all that, hasn't happened at Planet Fitness. Still $1 down, $10 per month, $24.99 a month for the Black Card as well. It's Planet Fitness, everybody, where your fitness is essential.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. Call them anytime, day or night. No Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology. It's been proven to work, and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
And let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
Mailbag. So, Spencer, does this mean Hooker will never be on the football field?
Unless there's an injury, yeah, that's what it looks like.
Mailbag.
For the Lions, at least.
Is Weaver actually the problem? Was the problem? Tell him.
Yes.
Is Stefanski still thinking their opinions matter? Yes, Chad. The second one.
It's everybody.
I'm saying yes to both. We do have two callers before we get to the rest of your guys' mailbag questions. Knock these out real quick. Nick, who's the first one?
Going out to enemy territory in Chicago, but we're going to Xavier D.
Oh,
he's not an enemy.
Shout out Xavier D. How you doing, brother?
Hey guys, how's it going? Look, best show on television. One reason you guys have a freaking sense of humor. So thank you for that.
Appreciate you, brother.
Oh my God. I love a lot of shows, but this is the only one where you guys have a sense of humor about yourselves and about everything. Thank you for sending out the kiss shit as well for a guy who's 63 years old. Hey, Spenny, that was my first concert live.
Oh, dude, that was probably fucking awesome.
Probably amazing.
Kiss Alive 1, brought by my friend's dad, where everyone's smoking pot, and he just kept saying, hey, man, is that pot? That stinks. But huge shout-out, Anakin Skywalker. God bless that freaking cop. We all know, and you guys know as much as anybody, how hard that was for him, and that kid showed up. I'm going to keep making fun of your ass, Anakin, but I couldn't be prouder of you. Here's how I feel about the contract. $53 million, the right amount. You're driving contracts up around the league, same as Amon-Ra. Suck it, trying to pay your guys, fuckers, because we're driving your contracts up. But in the end of the day, guys, thank you so much for having a great sense of humor. Easy's even laughing a little bit, even though he looks like he ate poop. Great show, you guys. Thanks.
Appreciate you, Xavier D. Appreciate you always supporting us in the chat. We see you in there since day one, man. Appreciate the call in you did, and yeah, shout out to Anakin Skywalker for sure.
Hey man, he let that kid out of the ticket. All he did is, hey, you have to answer, pretend to be me.
Yeah. Who's the last caller we got, Nick?
Last caller of the day, Papa E out in San Fran. E, close us out.
Papa E, how you feeling it?
Man, I'm feeling good. What's going on with y'all, man?
Oh, man, we're living life, brother.
Listen, check it out. Number one, we just built a culture, right? Mm-hmm. We built stability, and we built the foundation, all right? We solidified our line. We got the best offensive line, and they near the defensive line in football, which is they near the most important. That's the stick your nose in the ground, you know what I'm saying? Because that starts the whole play on both sides. We just solidified our quarterback. He ain't going nowhere, and he's not like, he's because we got that line, he's not going to get hurt or nothing like that. More likely, hopefully, obviously. But I'm saying, like, with that line, ain't nobody touching him is what I'm trying to say, all right? Lock that in. We got two dope running backs, and that's not going to change. And we just made the line better for them to open that gap up like Noah, like Moses would do that, how he parted that sea, you feel me?
Oh yeah.
And then we got Amon-Ra out there. He doesn't drop balls. He's a yak guy, and he's consistent. And that's the thing. We got consistency. Now on defense, we got the corners. See, the draft was on my birthday. Y'all shouted me out too. It's always normally on my birthday. It was a good draft. You feel me? We solidified corners, and we dotted the I's and crossed the T's. You know what I'm saying? We make sure we got everything we need to get done. I keep telling you, because I'm from Grand Rapids. You know what I'm saying? I just live out here now. I've been out here for a while. But I keep telling these people in San Francisco, we can't wait to see you. We're going to beat y'all behind, all right? It's not the same. You're not getting away with what you guys did. Shout out to y'all. You feel me? Woodward Sports, y'all all the best sports show. You feel me? Going crazy. Y'all need to have some kind of TV segment, but you guys are way out there, so I get it. I'm just being like that because, I miss being back home anyway. You feel me? I know you guys are probably on TV out there and whatnot. Shout out to you guys. And yeah, man, that's it, man. We the best, man. Oh, we the best. You know, I can't really see a team that's better than this for real.
Oh yeah, appreciate you calling in, brother. Appreciate the energy,
you.
And that's what it's all about, man. I feel like that's how most Lions fans are feeling right now with the Jared Goff news.
Yeah, let's go win the Super Bowl. That's all that matters to them. Day you missed. That's all right.
Great way to close out callers there.
Great way to close out callers.
Papa honesty is always great.
Yeah,
always
for sure.
Yeah.
Always cooks. We call. Shout out to Anakin. Dropping a pair and calling in. Real one. Appreciate you guys with the like button. Appreciate you guys who tune in every day. Appreciate you guys who hate us. Appreciate you guys who love us. It means the world to us. The fact you're here is keeping us here, man.
Shout out the callers, and make sure, if you didn't call in, make sure you guys comment after the show and let us know your thoughts on the Jared Goff contract and how you guys are feeling.
This is what it is, man. We're going to win.
We're going to win.
Let's
win
go.
Lions win a game.
Continue to keep doing it, man.
That'll do it for us today. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Make sure you smash that like button. The support means more than you know. For Easy, for Nick, for Chris, I'm Spencer. For all the callers, we appreciate you. Everyone in the chat, we appreciate you. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Jared Goff got his bag. Peace.